Hello and welcome to the Modcast. I'm Woki and I'm here with Violet Bunny,
Hello.
Jex,
Hey.
Renzy,
Hey,
and Zen.
Hey.
Zen, why don't you tell us what we're going to do today? As you see, I've completely mastered the art of this intro.
You got it down, dude. You're
Yeah.
you're killing it with the intro.
Figured it. There you go.
All right, so global, we have the all important Yamchas are coming, the April Fool's Yamchas,
Finally.
which I think is more important than pretty much anything else they've done in the past month and a half.
Yeah, it took them a full year to release them, and they're releasing them not on April Fool's Day.
Well,
That's the joke.
March 6th, close enough.
The new April Fool's Day is March 6th.
Well, the new way to do April Fool's jokes is to do them not on April Fool's. No one will see it coming.
That's true. All right, fair enough.
That's how you win. So that's happening. So guys can enjoy those little trophy units that don't do anything.
I'm
sure
use them
someone-
in strike events, I think.
There
Oh.
it is. I knew someone was gonna say that.
That one cost, man. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
technically better than a Cyberman.
But only slightly.
I have mine fully ability systemed out, so whenever I get enough of the agility orbs or the tech orbs, they're going to be beasts.
God damn.
Oh, wait, no, they're not. I don't have my account.
Oh, that got sad really fast.
I forgot. What else is going on in Global?
All right. So we have Goku Black on the way. He's coming, and he got buffed. He's really, really good.
Goku
They
Black.
gave him 1,000 attack points and a better passive.
Yeah, they made him basically better in every single way from the Japanese one.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's gonna stay though.
You don't know if it's going to stay or not. So the reason we know this is because we took it from your site.
Oh yeah, I know. But sometimes they do change stuff, so I mean nothing's there until it's released.
Do you see this kind of thing often, where a card will come in with just like a weird passive, and then it changes right when it releases?
I'm usually not the one to notice because I don't know the as well. But other people say it, and then it does change. Like the LR Piccolo changed.
Really?
Remember when that was first leaked or whatever? I think that
Oh,
even
he got leaked as a physical unit, didn't he?
right. So sometimes that does change because that pulls directly out of the game database.
I see. So there is the slightest bit of chance that he'll release and not be that good.
It is possible.
Yeah.
Still sticking by the fact he will, just because Global knows. Well, most players know that Japan has had ahead of time with merge Zamasu and Rose. So this way, it gets Global players the incentive to pull on base black.
Yeah, which they really shouldn't do.
They still shouldn't. Even if he gets buffed, you really shouldn't.
I mean, now it's going to be better if you pull him. Like, you'll be happier if you pull him now. That's basically it, but don't actually spend on that banner.
But didn't they change his passive to be almost equivalent to what Rose is, where he gives?
Well, he gives the same key that Rose gives, but he still has the 3,000 attack for every sphere.
I mean, if the passive sticks, he's going to be more useful and cooler than he already is. He's already pretty good on that team.
Yeah, see, my thinking for not trying to pull for him isn't that he's not good. He's plenty good.
Yeah.
It's that his banner sucks ass.
Yeah,
And
it does.
he's in the Rose banner next month. So unless they pull him out of the Rose banner, the next chance to get him will be infinitely better than his awful banner that's coming soon.
Yeah.
But Global has changed banners before.
That's true. When they replaced Super Vegeta with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So the real
They did change banners.
Yeah, that's definitely something they can do. So just like always, Global, we don't know what you should do, but we think you shouldn't pull.
Yeah, I can't promise you anything, but maybe don't.
Yeah. Do whatever your gut tells you, which is pull. It's always pull.
It's always pull. It's always what the gut
let's
says.
cut the bullshit, because every time we say don't pull, and then we ourselves go pull,
Yeah.
you're gonna pull.
We're
I
killing.
don't have it.
Yeah, just let them have it. Yeah, and most importantly, in Global, before we get off of it, because there's not much currently going on in Global, Resurrection of F returned.
Get your golden freezes, guys.
The reason I know that it's returned is because people in questions are asking where they can get Agility Final Form Frieza, and I have to tell them that's Countdown to Resurrection of F. A totally different event.
Yeah, why did they skip that one then?
I don't know. I always thought that But you can't have ROF unless you do Countdown. You can't release Countdown after the other one because then it doesn't make any sense. The story is completely different.
To put in perspective how old that is, I had to go find an old Mega Thread Fish had started from over a year and 4 months ago, and we didn't even have a guide for it. It was just a Mega Thread where people could create the guide themselves. I had to copy that data and create a wiki article for it. That's how old that event is.
Yeah.
On the events page, you can click on the event too, and it shows you like when it last ended,
Really?
like on Deep Space. Yeah, it has that little date below it, and it has announcement information too.
Man, it's a good ass site you've made.
Because I was looking at, because I'm waiting for some of those tokens to come so I can finally get my LR androids, but I've been waiting for, I don't remember what ones, but there's 2 of them that haven't run for like 3 months. And I'm like, when are they going to switch to the rotation thing like Japan?
Yeah.
Speaking of shit that hasn't run for months, I just looked it up. The last Global World Tournament was January 19th.
Wow.
And it got delayed recently, so it's gonna keep on.
Yeah, we
Keep
might
on
hit a
winning
solid
that
2
one.
months.
Welcome to global, I guess.
Well, that's the
Just a lot
problem.
of disappointment.
I guess, but that's also.
I actually started playing Japan because of it.
So
Order, man.
this is actually a good question because now we can know. So Renzy, you mainly just play global, right?
Yeah, if you want to call it playing.
I mean, you do stuff to your global account, right?
Yeah. But I have it exhausted. Like, there's nothing left for me to do. I mean, I even got the account to 999 rank.
You're like Alexander the Great. You're weeping because there's nothing left for you to conquer.
Well, I have the androids left, but I can't even do it because there's no way for me to get the medals.
That's right. I remember that was the same thing in Japan, where I want to say there was just like a long ass period where they didn't return the one thing you needed to get the LR androids.
Yeah, it's awful.
Man,
It should be coming soon though, because they started doing the rotation when Rose and SP Vegito came out, right?
Yeah, that's around the time. That's
Yeah, I
because
think
that's
so.
around the time they decided like we have too many of these damn events going on at one time.
Wait, did they? I thought the rotation started with Trunks and Zamasu, and everyone was pissed off that they weren't in the rotation.
Huh? I don't
That's
remember.
Yeah, because I needed Trunks himself, and he wasn't in the rotation.
So it might be after. Who knows? Because Global
Or-
could just release the rotation now. There's really nothing
Yeah.
stopping them. Because in theory, if you're working in Global and you see like, oh, Japan did a really good idea, can we do that now? Yes. What's stopping us?
Yeah.
Nothing.
They need to adapt that fast. I love the way it works right now, except for the 50 stamina. I like when it gets cut to 25. That's
Yeah,
nice.
the 25
Yeah, it's a lot
stamina
better.
thing is much better. Yeah. Well, that's it for Global. We've
Don't worry,
covered-
Global. One day you'll get content. I
Yeah.
promise.
Besides besides Yamcha, which is the most important of content they could add.
I feel bad because like for the past 3 or 4 episodes, we've been like, so let's talk about Global. Nothing. There's shit there. All right, let's move on.
We've been
I'm-
talking about it for a while. It's made it longer than normal.
And see, he knows. He
Last
already knows.
Omega.
I mean, here's the problem with us talking about Global is that especially when there's nothing to talk about Global, we will eventually just go on a tangent, and then
Yep.
Global people will get pissed because we'll end that tangent and go, I guess it's time for Japan now.
You guys don't play Global, do you?
I play global.
Oh, okay.
Violet plays Global.
Yeah, I don't play Global, but that's mainly just because I was so invested in JP at this point. I could have started over in Global, I guess, but I didn't feel like it.
I don't know how you guys do Japan, not being able to read all that crap. It's so annoying having to look it up.
Your site.
I mean,
No,
it's-
just playing it. Like, I don't know what buttons I'm clicking. I don't know what these things say. And I have to screenshot it and then do Google Translate on it. And half the time the translates don't make any sense.
and
So I
then
just hit the button anyway.
Typically, dude, I just actually use our own wiki because that once you learn the button like placement, all you need to know is like passive effects that you might have forgot. So I just use either your site or a wiki just to figure out what it was.
I just clicked the orange button, and
Yeah, always click the orange button.
I've done the orange and it's not done when I wanted it to.
But you notice, like in Japan, you know how it used to only be text-based? There's a reason they've been changing all these buttons to actually like pictures and stuff because I know they know a fair amount of us actually play this, like stateside. So this is why there's a lot to navigate now.
the only time it ever gets like super overwhelming is when something like Battlefield gets released, and you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was one. And also the potential boards.
yeah, that was a big like trying to figure out, but it's you just let people like Koala who know Japanese tell everyone else, and then eventually it just literally goes into like memorization, and you just press stuff. It's kind of like, I guess, how you would play a PS1 game when it was in Japanese and you wanted to play something, is that you
It's
just
like
kind of you just dealt
kid
with the
play.
Japanese one. Oh, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
It's like how a child plays a game when they don't know how to read.
Exactly, it is
Yeah.
100% that. Yeah, it's like getting an old video game that's in Japanese and you just do stuff and you play.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
It's great misinformation it forms. Like when the ability spears came out, and somebody found the ability to, like, if you click on an ability you learned already, it would offer you either a dupe or 10 stones. And then just from that alone,
What?
there was it's not actually what it sounds like, but just from that alone, for almost 3 days, we all thought that we could use 10 stones to learn an ability spear. It was actually saying if you learn that ability already, you can either use a dupe or 10 stones to forget that ability. But since nobody translated it correctly, we just we went with it for so long, and no one could find it. And oh my goodness,
Yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
You know, it's understandable as to why you would not want to start JP, but once you just kind of get into it, you just start clicking stuff. It all becomes a series of zeros and ones.
Yeah, I just worked on automating it so I don't have to load the actual game.
I mean, that's one step above us.
Once or twice I had to go through it to figure it out, and I was just frustrated with that. And then I'm like, screw it, I'm going to automate it so I can't make this mistake again.
Yeah, it's a smart idea. So now for that was actual global talk. We can move on to Japan. Zen?
All right. So we got Cooler, who is the obvious progression after Super Saiyan 4 is Final Form Cooler. Clearly.
I mean, they're both in essence the same because they're both on canon.
That's true.
So
That's true. The
There you go.
the next batch of God Leads is gonna all be non-canon.
yep, it's gonna be BoJack, and I can't think of anyone else that could possibly become
Slug.
a Slug. Doesn't exist. I'm gonna every single time there's a new villains banner and Slug is not in it, I'm gonna be like a Vegeta fan and I'm gonna be screaming, "Where's my Slug?"
Let's be. This is the cooler banner, but personally, I think it's the Salsa banner.
I mean,
God, I know.
what a funny thing to add a SSR salsa and then put the SR in the fucking banner. So now everyone's pulling salsa.
So do you guys?
Those.
Any of you guys remember Mike?
Yeah, I do.
I know.
Mike?
He plays Japan still, and he was chasing Cooler, and he was chasing him like hard forever. And when he finally finished, he counted up how many salsas he had pulled, and he pulled 47.
Fuck. That
Baba-
Fucking 47 salsa.
I mean, that ability system when he's finally pulled out is going to be intense.
Mike, you beat. I have 23 salsas from this banner.
God almighty, he won't go away.
Funny enough, I did one pull, did not get a salsa. Did get that cooler though.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, nice. You're like Colonel right there. It's like, hey guys, I did one multi and I got LR Gohan. Oh, okay. I only did 800.
That pissed me off.
Yeah,
That pissed everyone off.
Yeah. Yeah. But I should have gotten him.
Yeah, what? You spent like a criminal amount and you didn't get him.
Yeah, I got the account locked up.
It was
I kept going. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to use everything I can to, do stuff.
I mean,
Pure rage balls.
Laughing
So I started
Man.
New Japan.
Laughing Man did the 16,000 stone summon. He only got 2.
Yeah,
I
I
had
got 2.
10.
Yeah.
I think I went through about 10 and I didn't get one.
fuck.
Then I just took one off my shop.
I mean, that's the actual sensible way to get LR Gohan is to just go to your shop
Well,
and get one.
yeah. I found one that had multiple too, so then I was like, then I don't have to sit there worrying about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And the worst thing is that he's not in that cooler banner either.
That bugged me. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, so all
Didn't you
our-
get? Oh my gosh, sorry.
No, it's
Didn't
okay.
you get? Didn't you max him, Renzy, with all 5?
Yeah, now I did.
Damn.
I did yesterday, I think.
And how much stones did that take?
How much what?
How much stones?
What do you mean?
To max him out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't count.
Too many. At that point, the game should literally go, "Hey, stop, please. Here, just have them."
Yeah, they didn't really check anything at that point.
I guess.
Well, I just ran like regular events to up them, but it was more the dupe system that I had to wait for the potential items.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Cooler. That's
He
a
is pretty
weird.
cool.
He is, and that I like his fight too, because it's literally just the movie in a
Yep.
fight. I don't understand why they decide to go like, okay, for Frieza and Cooler, we're gonna make their events cool, literally. Like they'll actually follow their movies, and then everyone else is like, I don't know, fight them 3 times,
Yeah, pretty much. Just fight him like 4 or 5 times.
and
And you're done.
Except for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, where it's like, let's just not follow at all how he turned into Super Saiyan 4. Let's make some stuff up.
Yeah,
Yep.
like this Super Saiyan 3 part, you fight him, and I'm like, I remember this from the show. Wait.
I mean, I haven't even finished the show, and I can tell you that's not how it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ones where they're like, I'm just gonna keep making him transform, and we're gonna get it done that way.
Eventually, everything will just be cool. The other thing I like about that Cooler event is that he can be stunned. So I had reason to use my Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for it.
Excellent.
Yes. Not anymore, though. But that's fine.
Wait, why not anymore?
I lost my account.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you hooked me up with a new one.
Dude,
How
Uh,
did
Yeah,
that happen, by the way?
storage, you gotta enable it.
I was doing some. So let me tell you, this is a cautionary tale of don't play Dokkan while in a car, and try and switch accounts because your finger might slip and you might press back when you meant to press. Okay, this is my account. Please download the info, because then you'll just lose your account.
But wait, that doesn't use the
It did use it.
The code.
I used the code, and then right when I was ready to go press it, I pressed back instead. So it decided to say, I guess he didn't want that account, and they got rid of it. But
I've done that though, and it didn't use the code, so you got fucked up somehow.
Well, let me.
We were looking at that, and I thought the same thing, because his account should have been on his original device. But if he went back, it would start a new account for him. So his account wasn't on that device anymore, and on the new one, it never actually transferred. So somehow he lost his account in limbo.
Yeah, because if you're using one of my mods and you installed a new one and you didn't have the storage permission enabled, it wouldn't be able to write, like once you transfer it, it wouldn't be able to write the identifier to the SD card.
That's
So if
probably
it
what
can't
happened.
write it, then it just gets lost.
Yeah, I think that's what ended up happening.
And
is
that's
that
my guess.
I forgot to enable something, which was 100% mine, because literally your site has everything that's like, hey, before you do anything, make sure to do this, please. And I did
That's
not read
For
it.
God's sake, do this.
Page.
Yeah, so it's 100% my fault. I already sent my gobbledygook of Japanese to see if I can get it back. But until then, Renzy was very nice, and he gave me an account that, arguably, I think if the Aurelie batter ever came out, I think I would just roll with this new one, because it's way better.
It still sucks losing an account though.
Yeah, it does. But hey.
You have to
only-
write in Japanese to them?
Yeah, you have to put it in all in Japanese. I had to go to Gami, which is the one good thing about Gami is that Gami has all the Japanese names. So I went in and I gave them 8 SSR that would be... I gave them basically the best ones I had. And then I also threw in 2 that no one would ever say they had, just to prove that this was my account. So I mentioned like a random ass SSR that no one would actually care about.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll see. I got an email saying in Japanese like, "Oh, I guess we're looking into it." So I'll see.
I guess
At
we're
least
gonna
you guys
try.
can move it over for now.
You're probably one of the few accounts who has all 5 arrays maxed out, so you got that going for you.
I did. That's the one thing I actually care about the account, is that I just want the Aurelies back. If they could send me 5 new Aurelies to my new account, I would be pretty happy with just that.
Why do you want Aurelie?
Say it again.
Why do you want Aurelie?
She's the best unit in the game. She's the
Oh.
rainbow lead that we need. The reason is because I had so they added her and everyone else was pissed off except for me. So I said, screw it, I'm going to get all these Aurelies to SA10, and I did, and then I threw a party, which you can see on the site, called the Aurelie Party. And that's the basic reason why I care about that account, is because of those Aurelies. All of them are SA10, and I have all 5 of them. And I was able to get them in not a lot of stones.
Huh.
So, if that Aurelie banner ever comes back, which it's looking like it's never going to come back, I'll be set with the new one. And
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Reminds me of all the people holding the waifu banner thinking it would be an exclusive banner. And now they're on every single banner immediately after that.
It's true. Actually, that's the one good thing about the new account I got from Renzy, is that it had the one waifu that I wanted, which was Bulma.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah,
All
that's
is
a good
safe.
choice.
yeah, it has Bulma on it, so I'm gonna say pretty good ass account.
What?
Also, because we forgot to talk about it last week, we gotta talk about Battlefield now.
Oh, right, that thing.
Yeah.
So Battlefield is, everyone knows what it is by now. I don't need to tell you what it is, because you've already done it like a million times to get all your fucking points.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of not that fun.
It turns out when you need to do it constantly. It was pretty fun up until, like, stage 15.
Yeah, then it gets difficult.
Yeah, like, in an unreasonable way.
Right. Because I was trying to figure out how to go back to start over at level 1, because that one I was actually like, oh, yeah, I can win.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing, I mean.
It's difficult because, okay, like what you said, when you're on stage 15, when you're up there, you realize at this point that if you have all 3 tries, you know that this first attempt might take you 20 minutes. The next one will probably take you 20 minutes. And so you have to dedicate like an entire hour plus just to play Battlefield.
And if you make one mistake, those things literally just open up shop on you.
Yep.
Like, you
Oh,
die.
Yeah, and then you only get 3 tries per day. It's like, what if you die right away 3 times and you can't play again until the next day?
Yeah. And then if you're just super unlucky and you don't win any battles at all, then you've wasted your time because you get no gems.
Yep.
So, and the unfortunate thing about it is that they've added a shit ton of stuff in the shop that's like, get a shit ton of these gems. So
Yeah, that's like an unreasonable amount of those gems.
like, unreasonable. Like, the 5 units that were released need them. LR Ginyu needs a shit ton of them. LR Gohan needs them. Like, they should not have done this, or they need to make gems way easier to get. Because right now it's just ridiculous.
I think they need to alter those prices because it's rape. Like, some of those potential items are like 5,000 for like 10 or 100 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Who's gonna buy that?
Yeah,
it's
there's
10 for a starter Goku. It's like, who wants to blow 10,000 gems on starter Goku?
and for Android 18 as well.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, it was fun like the first day.
It was.
Yeah.
It's the problem when you make anything. It's the problem when you make something that has to be done. So when you're forced to play something, you're not having fun with it anymore. So that was basically what it felt like with Battlefield. If I could just play it once and then be done with it and never have to return to it, or just play it whenever I felt like it, then it'd be fine. But no, I have to keep going back to it, and I have to keep hoping that my strategy works out for me or something. I will say though, with the new mod that you can get from DBZ Space, that it makes it 10 times more fun.
You like that speed boost I put on there?
Oh, that speed boost was real good. I noticed it right away.
I was trying to get it so that all launched at the same time. You just had like this massive amount of characters just flying at your barrier.
Yeah. So I didn't know that there was a speed boost on it. So when it first happened, I was like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna lose." And then
No, I set their attack to be 0, so it doesn't do any damage to your barrier or your characters.
yeah, I noticed that after I stopped, after I let it breathe, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm fine. It's just going faster."
Oh, the speed boost is much appreciated. There's a part in there where you fight every single like unit in the game. I think it's stage 20, and if it's on normal speed, it takes like 10 minutes in itself just to get them on the field. That speed boost is much love.
Mm-hmm.
At least they get over there faster. I don't know if it helps get them, because I know it's like it happens in segments of when like the next set of characters gets sent out at you, but they get to you a lot faster.
they still make you wait a bit on that, but it's still better in the long run.
Yeah.
And yours is free.
Exactly.
Also
Oh
good.
yeah. Where there's all those people charging for it.
Yeah. It's I think I noticed that someone was charging for it, and then I think the very next day that's when yours was released.
It only took that long because at first when I was doing it, something that I was doing was making it so if you launched like level 1 cards, they would battle like forever. Like it's like what is going on here, and I'd get stuck. And then as I was trying it, I had to keep making these new accounts because I could only do it 3 times. And when they would get stuck like that, they would battle endlessly. And then I'd have to make a new account, get it up to level 150, and then try again. So I was doing that like all day.
Sounds miserable.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy once I got that. I was just like, yes, I can move on. And I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm not testing anymore. I'm leaving it as is.
Yeah, and it's damn fine results. Also, it was worth it for us at least. But yeah, Battlefield, and plus LR Ginyu, you can use with Cooler, and he's real good.
This is true. He is
He's
real
in-
good.
Does anyone have him? Is it possible to have him now?
It's
Yeah,
not.
I got him.
It's not technically possible to have him. I mean-
Renzy has him.
I might also have him.
Wait, who? Who's talking?
You don't want to let out too much information. You're giving up too much info to the police, Renzy.
That's true.
Yeah.
For those of you who
Talking
don't
about-
know,
I'm
Renzy went out of his way today to be with us.
If you wanna.
Man.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't tune in earlier, this is his one phone call from jail. He
Right.
chose to spend it with us. It's the only one he gets, so you should be really grateful.
You're lucky that the yard lets you use a computer at all. But you give all the prisoners like Dokkan accounts, so now we have just a bunch of prisoners in one jail cell just playing Dokkan, not causing any riots.
Well, that's what he uses as currency. You know?
They use Dokkan accounts instead of cigarettes.
I told them I'd get them some free stones. Instead of cigarettes, they just let me get in their system and
You have just like the nicest cell in the entire block. Oh man.
I just need
Hey, what are
more
those
stones,
little-
man. I just want more multi. I can feel it. Cooler's in this one.
guards are DBZ fans.
The funny thing is that you're also teaching the prisoners how to speak Japanese, because that's the only way that they could play it. You're doing a real service to your community.
I am. That's what I'm
Man's
going.
going above and beyond.
Hey, I did notice there's new little red scroll currency treasure things. What are those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can buy them in a stone pack, and it lets you trade it for a shitty unit that you don't want.
So it's like those blue stones?
Yeah.
It's like the Bluestones, except the prize sucks. Yeah.
We should talk about that, because I was tricked once again, mainly because of hype of people hyping it up too much, but I was really hoping that Janemba would be a unit you could get.
Bad news, the best unit in it is Tech Cooler.
Yeah, it sucks that they literally could not find another unit. They literally repeated Gohan twice.
Yep.
Why don't they just make more of those blue ones? Why did they make a new little red scroll thing?
Because if you make more Bluestones, people will actually have good cards, and you don't want them to have good cards. You want them to pull forever to get a good card.
Like LR Gohan.
Like LR Gohan. That's why instead you make a red scroll and you put SSRs from a year and a half ago on it.
By the end of this, they're going to have like 1,800 treasure types.
Oh god, that's a terrible future, because that shop is already miserable to go through.
That Baba shop needs a lot of work. It's awful.
It,
There's like 10 of them.
Immediately and use his idea. I love that.
yeah. Man. There's a lot of stuff that needs updating. Not only that shop, and I'm going to say this again because I'm having to start over again, but Korin's Tower and Hercule may as well not exist.
Yeah.
They are so useless. I have never seen an event literally give me no swords at all. I have gotten more Z swords trying to grind for a black. The trying to get the black units so I can make mine SA10. I've gotten more Z swords from that than actually doing Korin's Tower.
They used to be useful, like at the beginning of the game when everything else wasn't released.
Yeah, but then like they decided to just never update it. They're like they just decided to release Roshi every once in a blue moon and say, "Here's your better Corn's Tower."
Yeah, I was gonna say like they just need to make Roshi permanent because I actually run the Roshi event when it pops for the platinum shells, but then it just goes away. I'm like, well, never doing that again.
They could totally make that just like be released for everyone and just lower the chance of platinum shells, and then during special anniversaries, 100% chance of platinum shells. It's
Yeah,
not.
that would be a lot better.
It would be, and it would help for new people who definitely need all that shit. They need Z swords. I don't
And it's
need.
funny because that Hercule stage is literally pointless because hero and villain comes back every week,
Yeah.
and it has statue farming that you can do in it. That is a lot more zenny than the shitty Hercule stages.
Mm-hmm. It's all ridiculous. Dokkan is a ridiculous video game. I don't know how it's made it this far.
Pure Dragon Ball power. That's the only way.
Yeah, it is. And I guess that's it for Japan, right? And now we're after Cooler's out, and
That's
now
it.
we're waiting for other stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're waiting for the Bojack event in like a month.
Super Android 13. That's our next Dokkan Fest.
Exactly. It has to be another villain. Why else would we have a new title screen with all those villains looking at us unless they were going to release some villains?
It'll probably be like something stupid like Super Android 17
They do it from
from
God.
GT or something.
Garlic Jr.
Like Junior, thank you. Just go.
There's nothing wrong with Garlic Jr., alright? He's a good villain.
I love the Dead Zone.
Spiral of Death.
There you go. Any of those.
He was immortal before it was cool, okay?
He's one of the few to actually get their wishes from the dragon, right?
He's
There-
one of two, I think.
Him
that
and King
actually
Piccolo
did.
are the only two.
Oh, okay, I guess three then.
Who was oh, Frieza too.
Frieza, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, God, I'm talking about Zamasu.
Oh.
How many people got their wish?
That's different. That's the Super Dragon Balls.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
completely
they're the
different
only ones
entity.
they're the only ones that were immortal. Were Garlic Jr. and Zamasu.
All right. King Piccolo fucked up and just wished for like to be young again.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that was a good idea.
He does
Immortality
not.
first, youth the second time.
He does not deserve the Brainiacs link. That was a dumbass move.
This is incorrect linking.
Exactly. Now I think it's time for us to move on to some questions. That's right, questions. You can send your questions to impressiveninjaskills@gmail.com. It is a legit email. Send us
I
about
like how you
anything.
have to specify that every time you say it.
Because if I don't say it, people will think that I'm just goofing, and I'm tired of people not taking me seriously about this fucking email.
Well, if you weren't serious, how else would you get the emails?
Exactly, I'm not making these up just out of nowhere. These people are
Goku
real.
sits up at night writing all these questions himself.
The prisoner is writing a manual.
Making,
Vegeta Jr. from Planet Vegeta writes to us.
why does Zed hate Vegeta?
Did we actually get that question once?
We did.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's real. Send us questions about whatever, about D-Free, it doesn't matter, just send questions. Alright, we got a question here. And again, anyone can answer this as well. Hey, it's Bob the Men. I enjoy the Modcast. And I was wondering, what are your thoughts on the future of the game now that we know that there are going to be more pullable LRs, and also Gohan's rate are as high as non-banner SSRs? P.S. Damn Zenrot, why you no twerking? P.P.S. We love you too. Well,
Okay.
I think the the LR thing will eventually probably stabilize to some decent rates. I mean, in the beginning of the game, it was really bad for SSRs.
yeah, that's true. And I also think whatever four remaining we're gonna get, they're all gonna have just like God leads, but 30% more. Is that much?
Yeah, that's what Gohan has.
Okay, I think that's basically all we're gonna get, and they're gonna be pretty powerful. But I don't know if anyone's actually gonna pull them, so it's not gonna really do much to the balance of the game. You can't
Gohan
break.
thing from the banner is the only reason I'm confused on this kind of because I assumed it would be like the androids where it would just be like a small chance. So it makes the 1% rate worth it.
Mhm.
But now it's off this banner, then that means you legitimately have to pull on like the rebirth and crappy banners for even a chance at him.
Yeah, and rebirth banners have slowly turned into minefields, since now there's a chance for you to get like 5 evil boos in one pull.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah, but he got a rebirth, which makes him good now.
Is it,
That's all it takes.
you're gonna be here standing a statement? You're gonna say evil boo is a good card?
No, I'm just saying that probably Bandai's stance on it.
Oh, so you're saying Bandai has said he's been rebirth, we made him good again.
On
Yeah,
this part,
so-
can you put up a title card that says STR Evil Boo is really good now, and then quote it to Violet?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
No problem.
Me were making the tier list for the most recent one, and I went through like all 5 of them, and I get the evil Boo. I'm like, Zen, what do you think about Boo? He's like, nah, it's just shit, but just forget about it. I'm like, yeah, he's shit. It's just that was it. Not even a
That was
discussion.
the whole conversation.
But he gets like so much attack.
Oh yeah.
18. Yeah, someone actually told me 18,000 attack. I can't believe you're disregarding that. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not having this discussion.
It's Evil Boo.
It's Evil Boo. I think his best link is Majin
Kamehameha.
Revival or some shit. Yeah, Kamehameha probably.
Funny enough, I think Revival and Kamehameha. It really, I think slowly Rebirth is just gonna be the only way to get Majin cards that have a key link. Because
But he didn't even get one.
No, he does. He has the Rebirth link, and then so does Fat Boo. So they
Oh,
finally.
that's true. They have the fucking Shattering the Limit, the greatest link everyone wishes they had.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I still gotta wait to see what the hell happens. I don't know what LRs are gonna do. I just know that Gohan is out, and it's literally not changed anything.
Pretty much, because no one has him. So.
Yeah, no one has him. The one thing I have
Rats
noticed.
too, but.
Yeah, except for me now. The one thing I did notice is that, which I didn't know, is that he has the same link as the Dokkan Festival units, the one that gives him attack.
Yeah.
So that gives me hope that old Dokkan Fest might be able to go LR.
Is it Fierce Battle or Super Fierce Battle?
It's Super Fierce Battle.
That's the same thing.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Fierce Battle for some reason at 10% and Super Fierce is 15, but that might be something with the wiki right now.
No, Super Fierce Battle is the Japanese translation of Fierce Battle, which is the global translation. You're thinking of Formidable Foe, which is 10%, and it's like the off-brand Dokkan Fest cards, like the Salt. Like, oh, no, actually, didn't Salsa get Fierce Battle for some reason?
He did.
Okay,
It,
the Salsa doesn't count, but like
Interrally has the
Interrale.
other one, yeah.
yeah, or like
Bukalo.
it's like the farmable ones.
Bukalo
Yeah,
has it.
Bukalo and Butanks has it.
A discrepancy, not really discrepancy, it's just over the years we've had so many people work on the wiki, and one of the things I've been confused myself on is I keep seeing the link Fierce Battle and Super Fierce Battle, one at 10 and one at 15%, so that's actually good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one at 10 needs to be switched over to Formidable Enemy.
Weird. Anyway, next question from damn it. Hi Modcast. Question number 1, what rank are you at? Question number 2, what character would you want to be the best card in the game? And question 3, what character would you not want to be good in the game at all? And that's from Spaceman.
All right, we'll go around in circle. Woki, you go first.
I'm currently rank 13. Actually, no, I think I'm around 30-something, 33. The character I want to be best in the game, I would love it if the best card in the game was a Chi-Chi card. I think that'd be pretty funny. And what card would I not be good at all in the game? I'll just go Vegeta. I'll just throw Vegeta under the bus. I hope there's no good Vegeta cards, but it's already too late.
If only Penta was here.
He's here in spirit. All right, go ahead. Who's next?
Go, Jax.
Okay. My rank is 307, and the best card in the game is now the best card in the game, which is LR Gohan, so that works for me. And I'd say the worst card of the game I would want personally right now would be Salza, just because pulling 27 of him has just made me so big with that card.
So you have a bunch of them, but you want him to also be the worst.
Oh,
When you want to be the best?
yeah, he's been Baba'd many, many times.
Man, that's a deep hate. You have him and you want him to be terrible.
Still want him to suck.
All right, you go, Violet.
I'm rank 280 on Japan and rank 100 on global. Best card in the game should probably be Evil Boo, for sure. If he's not already.
Yeah, this remains to be seen.
Yeah, it's up for debate, clearly.
Him and
Um,
Kaioken.
Worst card, probably Vegeta. Fuck Vegeta.
All right, we got 2 votes for Vegeta as the worst card in the game.
And then,
You go, Renzy.
Global and maxed. 46. I'm pretty indifferent.
You just all you care about is pulling. It doesn't matter who's good or who's bad.
Yeah, as long as I get them. I just like to collect them.
All right, fair enough. Very neutral stance. Go Zen.
I'm 356. Who do I want to be the best card? I want...
Vegeta.
No. Almost certainly not. I want the Spirit Sword Future Trunks to be the best card. He deserves it, man. Future Trunks went through some shit. He needs good cards.
I think that's a easy way of saying what Future Trunks has gone through.
And for the worst card, if I could retroactively patch out all of Vegeta's good cards, I would do it. So that's my thought on that.
Oh man, so much Vegeta bashing. But there you go, there you have it. So next one. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I love everything you do for the subreddit and I love listening to the Modcast. Anyway, I have 3 questions. 1, which team type do you think is the most fun? Heroes, villains, or mono? 2, which mod put Oceanus Shenron as S tier and Global's agility tier list? Because I love them. 3, what do you think about all the Oceanus, Murasaki, Shogesh, Yamcha views on the subreddit? We have a lot. Also, sorry if any of these questions have already been answered. I have seen every episode yet, but I have not seen every episode yet, but I've seen the most recent ones. I wanted to send in some questions myself. Thanks again for everything you do. That's from Sonic Fire. So in terms of mono team, I'll go first because I read these questions in advance and actually know my answers.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't share it with anyone else.
I don't even know how to answer any of those questions.
I should really start sharing them, but I like playing mono teams. I don't know what it is about it. Like I play heroes and villains and they're fun, but I like using a single team and then usually going with a single theme. So when I had it, my STR team was all basically just GT characters, and I was using Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, GT Trunks, Super Saiyan, Pan, the Valentine's Day Pan, and Majub. And I want to say Omega was somewhere in there, some variation of that team, and I had a lot of fun with that. Mainly because what's her name, Pan, was basically blocking everything, and it was really funny. And
The waifu Pan?
Yeah, I don't want to call her that. Valentine's Pan. And in terms of, I don't know who controls the tier list, but I will say that we started doing the whole putting a random R unit who actually had use in said team on the tier list, which started with Murasaki. I don't know who put Oceanus on there. I'm gonna assume it was someone though.
What was the question?
Who put Oceanus on the S tier globals tier list?
I would say today, because the global tier list is a copy paste of the old tier list I made. I guess
I feel like technically JX and I put him on the global tier list.
There you go. I put Murasaki on the tier list. I had nothing to do with Oceanus. And in terms of memes, like, I don't know. I still like Ninja Murasaki. That's the only one I think of all those 4 memes that you mentioned that I still like.
They're not really that popular anymore.
No,
they're not. Other than Shugash.
Shugash stays.
That should die soon, though. I hope.
Well,
Yeah, people have been saying that for a year and a half. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Murasaki will forever live in the background of the podcast.
It's just the reason they're falling out of style is just because Super Vegito just, isn't, the top dog anymore. I mean, he's still useful, but you don't have to make everything around an agility team anymore. So Oceanus and Murasaki were in there just to, seal ults, so that way you could just use them.
Yeah, they've stopped being the funny thing of like, isn't Agile funny to run? I can run these useless units. And now it's become, I can't believe I'm still running these useless units on this team. Where the hell is the SSR Super Sealer?
Yeah, it kind of has gotten to that point.
Yeah. So, what about you guys? What's your most fun team type to go with? I'll start with Zen.
I like heroes and villains over mono teams, and monos are better now. But I don't know. I like having the freedom to pick the characters that I like instead of having to pick like, oh, I really wish I could run this guy with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but I can't because he's not red. So, and it's even I don't like because especially with the new ones, I feel even more restricted. Where it's like, man, I sure wish I could run Omega, but I can't because he's a villain, so I have to run fucking Majuv instead.
It's true. I still run
I like
them.
I like team building freedom.
So you want a rainbow? Is what
Uh,
you're
I,
Put
I
up in
like
big
I like
text.
the I like the hero villain divide. If we're gonna do rainbow, let's keep it divided like that.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Violet?
Probably hero villain. Preferably heroes, because that's what I have.
I can tell by
And,
your tone. Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows except you guys.
Yeah, how much you love the hero.
My my leader on Japan is an unawakened Trunks.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Especially on head days where I have to use a lot of friends, Violet will always be in the top list because I can't use her immediately. So I'm just scrolling through. I'm like, oh, there's Violet. There's a runaway. There he is again.
It's level 27 though, so
It's well on its way, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
it'll be there one day. But I mean, yeah, the flexibility is definitely a big plus, and I don't know. I just like throwing random stuff together, and I don't know. It's pretty fun.
All right. Fair enough. Jax, what about you?
I'd say heroes right now because personally to me, it's hilarious when your team hits on the turn where you have Blue Vegito, Super Vegito, and Blue Vegito. You might kill the enemy right there because by the time you get done countering them, they're already dead, and it's just hilarious to watch that.
All right. I can understand that. Renzy, I'm not 100% sure how you play the game, but which one of those three teams would you have most fun playing with?
Usually I just put whatever's not maxed in my team. Build up. But I don't know. Usually I do like a rainbow otherwise.
All right. You go full rainbow. You're saying screw those others. I'll put whatever the hell I want.
I mean, his lead is Gogeta.
That's right, it is.
I don't know. I just have it because that's who's, I don't know.
The best
He has the best links with what I have. Usually I build off of the, what's the Kai +3 one?
Over in a flash.
E plus, yeah. Yeah, over in a flash. I just use those cards.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair enough. We ain't gonna judge the way you like to play your game. It certainly works. You're ranked 999. All right.
I don't really lose, so play with end cards.
How much stamina do you have?
150.
Let me lie. Can you hear me typing?
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm going to take a guess. Be 280.
Sometimes you can hear a dog in the background or a parrot, so they're used to hearing background noise at this point.
Dog's in the other room.
Mine can still be heard.
I got 296.
That sounds pretty
Wow.
good, except for
Yeah.
like, I think in theory, like if I wish I had 296 stamina, but I guess like you can't get any more after that.
Yeah.
Remember,
you rank up.
Actually, you can because you can buy 30 more out of Battlefield unless he's already done that.
No, that's
Not in
global.
global.
Global, yeah.
Oh, global. Well, yeah.
I'll have to do, man.
I see.
we count our stamina, remember how useful it is by how we used to do it. How many times you can run the tournament. So it's like, what, 40 stamina for a full run? That's 296.
60, I think.
60.
Actually, I'll ask that. Renzy, do you play the tournament?
He
I mean,
plays.
My
Sure.
client cannot say anything that may incriminate him while he's under criminal investigation.
All right, Warden. I'll back off.
to see if I get banned more so. That's what I'm testing for.
All
I think I got it down so I don't get banned.
right,
Just,
we'll keep
you
that.
do play under a certain name sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Pablo.
The legend.
The infamous Pablo.
Wow.
I think I was second in last global.
Really?
Yeah, because they introduced a new system, so I had to test it out to see if
To see if it worked out.
Yeah, to see if my stuff's good.
Oh man, I had no idea that you were.
That
Wait,
he was
who's
Pablo the whole time.
Rated dude.
Pedro,
Fun.
and then there's Juan.
You were
I don't know. Do they still play?
Juan. I want to say. No, I want to say Juan's gone.
Isn't and then there's Pedro.
I'm not sure if you're trying to mention people in my family or people who play the World Tournament.
I just went with the naming convention that everybody else seemed to be using.
Oh, okay. I get you now. It's vaguely Spanish names.
And then Pablo. Never mind.
All right.
Colombia, drug lord.
All right. We got next question. And this one's gonna be a fun one, I think. We'll see. That or you're just gonna hear it be cut. What's your stance on the living Ichigo scenario in which he simulates gacha cards while giving no credit and monetizing the video? So Woki, if you had to choose a girl other than Aurelie from any other anime, who would it be and why? And to Zenrot, what's with the hate of RNG with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta when it's so popular in Hearthstone? Loves. Oh, all right. Let me see if I can get this down. Arahasa Fox 69420. That's her name. That's a legit name. I didn't make
Solid name.
Solid name.
Solid name.
Solid name. I don't really have a stance on that scenario other than I don't think he probably should have done that video. I mean, it's cool that that video ended up with that legendary stream, which Laughing Man did, if anything.
What video?
There was some video where he used Cornell's and Laughing Man's, the simulator thing. So he did a bunch of pulls on it trying to get LR Gohan. And then he put it up and monetized it when I think they said specifically don't monetize anything from this. Or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
All I know... Say it again, son?
The issue is that he went on like a Twitter rant about how he has no money to do pull videos, so he's not going to do them anymore. And then so he made a video on the simulator, but instead of titling it check out the Dokkan simulator, he titled it in all caps 16,000 dragon stones ? Exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark.
But then also he made it 10 minutes long, so he gets even more money.
12 minutes actually.
Or more than 10 minutes, is what I mean.
Yeah.
So
well, and then this is what always happens when there's drama with Living Ichigo. Is that instead of him being like, yeah, you're right, I probably shouldn't have done that, my fault, I'll take it down. He's like, the fuck you say to me, boy? You gotta fucking talk to me that way? And it's all this shit for 6 months of who the fuck do you think you are telling me I can't lie on shit and get money, fucker?
Reminds me of Curtain. Whatever, I do what I want.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I'm gonna do as much pulls as I want. Kyle?
I don't know. It's just every time there's first of all, there's always a disagreement, and it's always with him, and it always devolves into it can't just be, hey, could you not do that? Yeah, sorry. It's always he takes offense to being said, dude, that's not a good idea. You really shouldn't do that, and he gets offended. So it's who the fuck are you even? All right, you can cut this part out.
How come we never see Renzy and Laughing Man in the same place?
You'd be amazed at how many people mix you two up. It is insane. I'll actually have messages hey, can you ask I can't remember what it was. But he was can you tell Renzy that he needs to change the stats for some global banner because they're inaccurate? And I'm like, oh, that's the Laughing Man. They're like, who's that? I'm like, never mind. I'll tell him.
I'll just tell him. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, people just don't get it.
I get emails sometimes to the Laughing Man. You send it to the Laughing Man at dbz.space, and I have a catch-all for the email.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what?
Do you just forward it to him? Let him deal with it?
I should give him an account.
Well, see, the way it works is that you bought 2 separate houses, and you drive to each house to post under that identity.
Change your voice completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'll say that's basically what we got for that scenario.
Laughing Man is his outside of prison contact that runs the empire while he's in jail.
That's the mole.
Yeah, that's his mole.
I believe it. Uh, in terms of the next part of this question, which is specifically to me, I actually had to think really long and hard about this because I was trying to think of what girl could actually make sense in DBZ context in which they would not just immediately die in one punch. Because every DBZ character now can like level an entire building with blinking.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with, and this is slightly cheating because she's technically from an anime movie, but I'm gonna count it. I'll say Elizabeth from Persona 3, with the only known character that I know who literally suplexes gods for fun. So I would love her card to be in the game. That's the only character I can think of that would actually be as strong as any of the other characters, and it would not be a cooler situation where
This
you're
man defaults to an anime adaptation of a video game.
Yep, that's the way I go. And in terms of Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, why do you hate RNG, Zen? It's so
I don't hate
popular in
RNG.
Hearthstone.
I just hate when it doesn't work for me.
Just like Hearthstone.
RNG is fine as long as I'm the one that wins.
I was actually
Just like Hearthstone, yeah.
yeah, just like Hearthstone. So sometimes when I get good RNG and I have nothing but Murlocs, that's good RNG.
Yeah, that's ideal RNG.
I was
And
actually
then when you're playing like Dr. Boom and your boom bots don't roll into the right targets, then that RNG sucks. It's fucking shitty.
yeah, that's why people dislike RNG is because literally it can go wonderful for you, or you can just like totally get blown up in your face.
Yep.
It's like basically like playing like Joey in the anime where every single one of his cards are like random luck and he just so happens to get it. Imagine,
Time Wizard.
Yeah, imagine everything you had was Time Wizard, but you didn't have that luck. So sometimes you would just lose out of nowhere.
It's true.
Yeah.
Dokkan RNG though, like people have this really weird concept. Like they use 50 to 100 stones. They're like, oh man, my RNG sucked. I only got like 5 SSRs of 100 stones. And then sometimes there'll be times where we throw like 400, 800 stones in it. We get like 5 SSRs in total, and it's like, man, this RNG sucks. And then someone's like, that's not RNG. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much RNG in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is.
That's exactly what RNG is.
I'll also say, because this person put it into my head, I would love it if Super Saiyan Blue Vegito actually just kind of worked like Yogg Saron, where he would show up and do random specials every single time, like he was up for a special attack. So he would just like out of nowhere do like the Frieza attack, and you would never know what would happen. And sometimes he would attack you out of nowhere, so now you're taking damage.
They need to add the self-destruction to that. Then you could just have a chance of him blowing himself up.
I mean, he'd be a way dumber card. It would be super unsafe to run, but it'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
All right, next one. Question 1: thoughts on Feed Turk Cooler? Why is this Dokkan Fest so divisive? And 2: what do you guys propose to do with SR/R problem? As in R's taking up space in summons and SR's being virtually useless. Any solution come to mind? And that's from Nestle Quick in a bucket.
Are you asking
name.
the cooler Dokkan divisive?
Yeah, because remember when it was coming out and people were like, cooler?
Yeah, it's easy to know the answer to that. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess people may be skipping around it, but like they've released the Super Saiyan 4s, Goku, Vegeta. They've been wanting this forever, and everybody loves GT. Some people love GT, and other people think that GT's
Yeah, everybody might be a bit of a stretch.
yeah, some people, but a very loud minority of people who think that GT gets shafted by Super and Z all the time, and so GT has their big time to shine now.
Mhm.
And now it's like, okay, hey, here's Cooler, who might technically be better than both of them, and he's just.
That's pretty funny, though.
It's hilarious to me personally. But yeah, the reason it's so divisive is like, one, nobody was sitting at home being like, God damn it, when is Cooler gonna get his fucking due? Cooler is owed. No one thought that. And then, you have the people who are like, I've been saying Super Saiyan 4 is the holy combo for like my whole life and no one ever believed me, and now here it is and it's finally happening. And then like 3 days later, LR Gohan comes out, everyone's like, oh, he's better than the Super Saiyan 4s are. And then they're like, it's okay, no one can pull him, so it doesn't matter. The Super Saiyan 4s are still good because people can actually pull them. And then it's like, oh, the Cooler is here, and he's better than they are too.
Yeah.
So it's just anger, mostly.
I'm going to say right now, I'm going to release my hand out to the Cooler fans out there and say I understand your pain as an O'Reilly fan. I want to say I'm with you, and I like it that Cooler is better than those other cards.
I really like Cooler as a character. I mean, he has a cool design.
He looks like Shredder, which is fucking awesome.
Like, he's fighting Goku, and like his face mask comes on for the first time. That was sweet.
Yes, I love the face mask. That's why I don't like Metal Cooler, is because he doesn't look like a metal... He should look like Super Shredder in that form.
Did you guys watch the movie?
The
Like,
Cooler
I tried looking for it, and it had like some weird like metal music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
early
But now-
Funimation Dragon Ball Z movies always have like Disturbed as the soundtrack.
Yeah, but now I can't find like a version of that, and I've been wanting to
think I-
watch it.
I think I have it on the site.
Yeah,
I was
have
about
it.
to say, you should check out Renzy's site. I think it has it.
I think that's which actually, I found some of the Dragon Ball Super English dubbed ones. I have to add some more. There's only 3 of them right now, but there's more that were added now.
Oh, really? Nice. So yeah,
So
just-
the intro's in Japanese, but the rest of the episodes are in English.
No, the intro's in English. I watched an episode the other day on your site.
Well, there's 2 different Dragon Ball Super airings. There's the we're making this for dub fans where we still say shit like Hercule, and then they're doing a second one that's for people who don't like shit like Hercule, and that has Chosetsu Dynamic as the theme song.
I see.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know that Funimation's doing 2 different dubs?
No.
Yeah, they're doing one dub that's only like all their old dubisms, like Hercule instead of Mr. Satan.
Special beam cannon.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
and then they're doing one that's like just a pure dub where they call him Mr. Satan and all that stuff.
Man. But yeah, that's also the reason why I like that Lord Slug movie so much, is that I think Pantera is on the soundtrack.
It is. It is.
You should watch those versions of those movies. If Renzy has them on his site, do yourself a favor, check them out. It is the weirdest thing ever. I once saw someone, and I didn't realize it till it was too late. Someone made a fan. I don't know what the hell to call it, because it was the dub of the Broly movie, but they put metal music in the background that was just like metal music that they really liked.
But it's not that different from the regular one.
No, it's not. So like there'd be out of nowhere, and then like you just hear like Broly's like powering up, and instead of like the normal like DBZ music, you just hear dun 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 dun, and it's the most ridiculous thing in the world, but it's so awesome. I don't understand it.
I'm gonna find those now. What ones have it?
Check those out. And in terms of the SR and R problems, there's no solving that unless you completely
Yeah, that's not
get
fixable.
unless you completely get rid of them all. Or just send them off to Baba. There's your solution, Baba. Give them the Baba.
At this point, Dokkan could get rid of ours, because if they get rid of ours, then we can get rid of ours off the wiki, and that would be lovely. That would solve all sorts of problems.
Keep the ends though; they're used for training fodder. What kind of
Yeah.
what kind of world do we live in where ends are more usable than like R's and SRs because you just use them for training fodder?
That's Dokkan, my friend.
Yeah,
It's a
Dokkan.
mess.
It's a wonderful mess. This is a
I
very
mean, I use ours as training fodder as well.
oh damn, you're going one step further then. This is a one question, and this is very easy. It just says, "Hey Wookie, Pomzor," which is like 0 zeros instead of O's, from the sub here. I was wondering what the Got Me theme song you always play was. Sounds like a decent phone ringtone. Thanks. Oh, you mean this one? I play it because I'm not actually playing it right now. But it's, I just like the awkward silence.
Okay.
You'll hear it the people listening will hear it. It's from DJ Cutman. It's called 3D Hip Hop, and it's from Super Mario World 3D World. Super Mario 3D World. There you go. Because the other one is something completely different. But you can find it. That album's just free. There you
Yeah,
go.
DJ has some great remixes.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. The next question. Hey guys, this is Counter from the sub/Twitter here, and I have a couple questions. One, do you root? Wow, I'm bad at reading. Do you ever go really hard for a unit who isn't relevant to the meta and then regret, excluding Wookie and his Aurelius? 2, can we adopt the summon luck scale of Penta Zahal? Penta being the bottom and Zahal being the top? Thanks and have a great day, guys.
No, thank you for that.
Oh, that's such a good sentence. Penta being the bottom and Zahal being the top.
Well, that first question, that's rough.
Yeah, that's opening a Pandora's box. I don't know. Does
You're not the people you need to ask that to. We are the worst group to ask that to.
I'll say
Yeah.
I'll talk for me and Valley and say that we both regret probably the waifu banner. And that's
The
about
300 waifu banners.
it. Yeah. Well, I'll put those up there mainly because I was going really hard for Bulma and did not get Bulma. I don't know if you remember going really hard for Yuna and then him not being relevant to the meta. I want to say when you guys usually chase someone, it's because you want him.
Yeah, I mean, I just chased Zamasu on this last banner, but he's still good. So
And Jax, you don't want to talk about it.
I'm trying to think like a good non-relevant one because they're like, okay, for the longest time there were so many of them, like Incel, who he does his thing, but I just wanted him just for collection purposes. And banner after banner after banner, like even if he was just at the very last featured banner, I would throw like 400 stones. I'm like, Cell's fine. This is the time. I think in total I've spent over 3,600 stones trying to get that fucking Cell. And then just recently they're like, here's that ticket for the SR banner. Here's your Incel. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's all it took. Damn SR banner.
I mean, on global, when I just started playing global again, what was it, Rising Dragon Carnival was going on.
Yeah.
And the old Super Saiyan Teen Gohan was on it, and I spent like 500 stones on him. Because I remember I really wanted him when he first came out on global, and I just thought it'd be really cool to have him.
he does have really good art.
He does.
Which
You
one
talk
is this
about-
one again?
The
The
Piccolo?
old one
No,
where he's like holding his cape and it's all torn up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that one. Oh wow. All right.
So because that art is so amazing compared to the Goku we came alongside with.
Yeah. The old AGL Goku.
Oh yeah. Terrible.
Yeah, his is. I really like that for a certain kind. If you look at the old Agility Super Saiyan Goku, that you can tell how the art has evolved over time. Because that Goku doesn't have the greatest look. I don't know what about him.
It's like somebody sent in like a fan art of Goku. They're like, we'll make him the first. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and his face isn't 100% right, and he looks his head looks maybe a little bit too small, and he's too far back launching a Kamehameha.
His Dokan does him so much appreciation in terms of art. I'm like, it looks a lot better. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
We haven't really had a lot of bad art recently, but I remember a few bad ones from before, like the instant transmission Goku.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where his arm is like
Yeah.
ripped off. Yeah.
And then people like it, but the strength Super Saiyan Goku from the Frieza banner.
Oh, the
Oh,
angry
well,
Goku.
that one's the manga rip one.
Yeah, I think that one looks really, really bad.
He looks. I don't know, something about all the cards that were released specifically during that Frieza period. They all look like they're coming off like a Crank movie. They just seem like they're way too energetic.
Which
Like
Goku's Stroku?
yes, I guess not Stroku. It's the one that can survive being killed.
Oh yeah, okay. I was like, Stroku looks nice. I know the one you're talking about though.
Yeah, that one. Like him and Full Power Frieza. Full Power Frieza has his own set of problems, but even like the intelligent Frieza that came with the that was free, he has like really weird art. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I just find it weird.
The problem with that Goku is they're trying to capture the moment whenever Frieza makes fun of Krillin. He's like, oh, you can't talk about Krillin. And he like starts powering up, so he looks weird because he's like yelling in like a weird pose.
Yeah, it does. Oh no. And then this is not related at all. I just really like his art. I like the Wolfang Fist Yamcha that looks
Yeah.
like he's being in a crazy drug craze and he's looking at a wolf. It sucks that card that should be the SSR art for the Agility Yamcha. Just switch that out. But yeah, I'm gonna say that's the last question. So we are done. So
with
Are you good?
Yeah, I think
with
we're
everything.
good. With everything, unless we got anything. Actually, I do have one last final thing. Toaster wanted everyone to know that he's with his oven. He's not here, but he's with his oven. So,
Thank God.
yeah. He's
Oh,
okay.
also, I turned him into an easy bake oven. Some people were asking if that ever actually happened or not. It happened.
Yeah. That's why Toast isn't here. Same reason for Penta. Well, Penta's out doing, like, Finnish stuff. And Mayo's asleep.
Yeah, he's Australian. He's asleep.
Yeah. But that's it for this Modcast. I'll say that's about it. I'll say it as many numbers of times until Zen starts saying the goodbyes.
All right. Well, you kept saying it, so I thought you had something else to say.
No, I don't have it. I don't have a computer, Zen. I don't have a computer. I don't have my account. What the fuck can I do?
You don't have a computer?
No, my computer
Okay,
broke
yeah.
down.
You're in a dark place right now, man.
No.
Everything I love is dying.
Wow.
Yeah, well, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Violet and Renzy, for coming on.
Sure.
And to follow him.
And Jax, too.
Well, he's on more. He's been on before.
It's okay. I understand.
You don't. Once you come on once, you don't count anymore for a special
Sure.
thanks.
Except for Cornell.
You got your one thanks. You're out of here. You're done.
We're done with you.
I'll be back for a special trade episode, insight into the Dokkan market economy.
Ooh.
We're gonna have a stock ticker running down on the bottom.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun for you guys.
You get Renzy
All right. Well.
phone call. Maybe we'll have him on here again.
Renzy's done with us at this point.
No.
All
I
right.
just don't know how to answer the questions that people ask for actual gameplay.
If all... Here's another funny thing as we sign off is that when you were... So Renzy hooked me up with an account. I have no way to contact Renzy at all. So I had
Yeah,
to...
why aren't you on Discord?
I think I am on Discord, but I'm just like silently on it. I'm just,
Oh,
Silently watching.
Yeah, but the main reason is because I never want to bother anybody. So
no, it's no bother.
it's not... Alright, good to know for next time. But we had to use like Mayo as like a middleman.
Relaying.
Yeah, through him I was able to get all that stuff down.
Our hope here, Renzy, is like all the stories that will form from this modcast will just make your legend just grow. Because if you could hear the stories about you currently, it would blow your mind.
I mean, people are
What was that?
already thinking that he's in jail talking to us.
God.
He gave the guards some Dokkan accounts, so they're letting him stay.
Yeah, slipped him some 5 stones for a pull.
I duped some stones for them, and yeah.
The funny thing is that
See,
they
that's
ended up-
dangerous because now you have no idea how many PMs you're about to get.
Yeah, actually, do you want me to just like dolphin chirp what you just said? So people
Oh,
don't...
I didn't know I was supposed to put this on.
Yeah, I thought
Oh, we already signed out?
Well, I did say goodbye, but then people kept talking over it, so I was like, I guess we're still going. Let's go,
I don't
baby.
care.
You could just off it, dude.
Whatever. I already get tons of PMs.
yeah, I get a lot of people from from Facebook and the subreddit asking me to dupe stuff for them because they think I know how to do that.
They think you're some kind of wizard?
Oh man, just to keep this confusion going, you should title this. We have a interview here with the Laughing Man. And just
I do not do it for other people because the risk is way too high, and I'm not killing other people's accounts. I'll do my own. I don't care about that, but
Yeah,
people's is too risky.
that's understandable. Also, seriously,
but
goodbye, everybody. Goodbye!
Yeah.
This is just specifically for me, so I know when to cut it off. Because I forgot that I have to edit this.